Invasive species are a serious problem worldwide. These are animals or plants that arrive in a new environment and cause harm. They have no natural enemies, so they reproduce quickly and spread rapidly. Puerto Rico, a beautiful island in the Caribbean, is facing a growing threat from invasive reptiles. These creatures, once absent from the island's delicate ecosystem, are now disrupting the natural balance. From tiny lizards to large snakes, invasive reptiles are altering the landscape and threatening native species. Their presence has far-reaching consequences for the island's biodiversity. Understanding the problem of invasive reptiles in Puerto Rico is crucial for protecting the island's unique natural heritage. Several invasive reptile species have gained a foothold in Puerto Rico, causing significant ecological disruptions. One prominent example is the red-footed tortoise. Native to South America, this tortoise was initially brought to Puerto Rico as a pet. However, it has since escaped captivity and is now competing with native species for essential resources like food and shelter. Another invasive reptile causing concern is the green iguana. This species reached the island through the pet trade and has quickly become a significant nuisance. Green iguanas are known to damage crops and trees, posing a severe threat to the island's native wildlife and agricultural economy. The brown anole, a small but impactful lizard, is another invasive species. It competes aggressively with native anoles for food and habitat, thereby disrupting the natural balance of the ecosystem and threatening local biodiversity. These are just a few examples of the invasive reptiles that are threatening the delicate ecological balance of Puerto Rico. Their presence underscores the importance of monitoring and managing non-native species to protect the island's unique environment. Invasive reptiles often arrive in new environments through human activities. For example, the pet trade is a major pathway. People buy exotic reptiles as pets, then release them into the wild when they no longer want them. Shipping and cargo transport also play a role. Reptiles can stow away in cargo containers or on ships and arrive on the island undetected. Once there, they can establish populations and spread. Natural disasters such as hurricanes can also facilitate the arrival of invasive species. Reptiles can be carried long distances by storm surges or floating debris. Understanding the pathways of introduction is essential for preventing future invasions and protecting native ecosystems. Invasive reptiles have a significant impact on the ecosystems they invade. They prey on native species, compete for resources, and disrupt the natural balance of the environment. For example, invasive snakes can decimate populations of native birds, lizards, and other small animals. This can have cascading effects throughout the food web. Invasive lizards can outcompete native lizards for food and habitat, leading to declines in native populations. They can also alter the structure of plant communities by consuming seeds and seedlings. The ecological impact of invasive reptiles can be severe, leading to biodiversity loss, habitat degradation, and ecosystem instability. Recognizing the significant threat posed by invasive reptiles, authorities in Puerto Rico are taking comprehensive steps to control and manage their populations effectively. These efforts involve a combination of approaches, each tailored to address different aspects of the problem. Trapping and removal programs are a key component, aiming to significantly reduce the number of invasive reptiles in the wild. This involves setting traps to capture the animals, which are then humanely euthanized to prevent further ecological damage. Public education campaigns are essential for raising awareness about the problem and encouraging responsible pet ownership. These campaigns help inform the public about the dangers of releasing exotic pets into the wild. People need to understand the severe risks associated with releasing exotic pets into the wild, which can lead to significant ecological imbalances. Research is crucial for developing effective control methods and understanding the complex ecology of invasive reptiles. Scientists are constantly working to gather data and insights. This valuable information can help guide management strategies ensuring that efforts are both effective and sustainable in the long term. While the fight against invasive reptiles in Puerto Rico is ongoing, there have been some notable successes. For example, focused efforts to control brown anole populations have shown promise in some areas. However, challenges remain. The sheer number of invasive reptiles, coupled with their ability to reproduce rapidly, makes eradication extremely difficult. Limited resources and funding pose a significant obstacle to effective control efforts. More resources are needed to support research, monitoring and management programs. Continued collaboration between government agencies, conservation organizations and the public is crucial for addressing the ongoing challenges posed by invasive reptiles. Preventing the introduction of invasive reptiles is paramount. This requires addressing the human activities that facilitate their arrival. Stricter regulations on the pet trade are needed to prevent the importation and sale of potentially invasive species. Public education can discourage people from releasing unwanted pets into the wild. Improved biosecurity measures at ports and airports can help prevent reptiles from stowing away in cargo or on ships. Inspections and quarantine procedures can intercept invasive species before they have a chance to establish. Raising awareness among travelers about the risks of inadvertently transporting reptiles is also important. The invasion of reptiles poses a significant threat to Puerto Rico's unique and fragile ecosystems. Protecting the island's natural heritage requires a collective effort. Supporting conservation organizations that are working to control invasive reptiles is crucial. These organizations play a vital role in research, monitoring and management efforts. Volunteering time to assist with control efforts, such as trapping or removing invasive reptiles, can make a difference. Even small actions can have a cumulative impact. Spreading awareness about the problem among friends, family and community members can help educate others and encourage responsible actions. The fight against invasive reptiles is an ongoing battle, one that requires long-term commitment and collaboration. Scientists, conservationists and local communities must work hand in hand to address this pressing issue. It's not just about removing the invasive species. It's about understanding their impact on the ecosystem and finding sustainable solutions. By taking action now, we can help protect Puerto Rico's natural heritage for future generations. This means preserving the beauty and biodiversity of the island, ensuring that our children and grandchildren can enjoy the same natural wonders we do today. Continued research is essential for understanding the ecology of invasive reptiles and developing effective control methods. This involves field studies, lab experiments and data analysis to gain a comprehensive understanding of these species and their behaviors. This knowledge will guide future management strategies. By analyzing the data collected, researchers can develop targeted approaches to control and mitigate the impact of invasive reptiles. Adaptive management, which involves adjusting control methods based on monitoring data and new information, is crucial for staying ahead of the curve. This dynamic approach allows for flexibility and responsiveness to new challenges as they arise. The future of conservation in Puerto Rico depends on a shared responsibility among government agencies, conservation organizations, local communities and individuals. Everyone has a role to play, from policymakers to everyday citizens. By working together, we can mitigate the threat of invasive reptiles and preserve the island's biodiversity. Through collaboration and shared efforts, we can ensure a thriving and resilient ecosystem for generations to come.